Well, this is Guns, Knives, and Watches, and of course, anyone who knows me knows I'm a Samsung user. Not only because the Android operating system is a much more complicated operating system, thus giving you the customizability and the ability to do anything you want. As you can sit there and see, I have a pace counter on mine, I have OK Google, I have the other things that I use for work and whatever else. And as you can sit there and see, that's just what happened. Now we're going to go back, and that was just with me talking on a deal, and I'm a few feet back. Here's the deal though. One thing when I was making the other video and basically talking about I'd rather have an old Samsung than a new Apple, one thing you need to think about, and I changed everything back over to this type of theming, is we're going to go to System, About Device. Now, why is this important? Yes, for software updates, it's extremely important. But how you know, and this is December 2016, your kernel version should be something from November 3rd or somewhere around there in November. Your security enhancements from Android should be around there, and then skip something, security enhancement, security software version, and that type of stuff. Now, this does not get you out of the ballpark as far as needing virus protection or any of those other things, because as everyone knows, from Apple devices to Android devices, that Windows devices are very complicated. Apple devices are very simple. Of course, in the beginning of computers, you may not know this, but Apple, of course, was the predominant computer provider. And then Windows came in and gave a much more diverse platform. Now, the much more diverse platform of the Android system, of course, limits its ability to update its system very quickly because of the diversification and the fact that it's flashed onto memory, this, there, the other, But here's the deal. If you look at my, and somebody has come up with this shit before on my videos when I was talking about Samsung, and I know everything is basically is diagonal, but as you can sit there and see, this Android version 6.01 Android security patch, same dates, kernel version, this is 3.120, this is 3.4 ... but at the same time, because the systems are just different like that. And I guess I should have moved all of this outside of where that light is, but that's just the way things go. And you've got your security enhancements from November, and somebody sat there and jumped on the Samsung, jumped on Samsung for not updating their systems, and I believe all that is just basic bullshit. And anyone who perpetuates those lies is just trying to manipulate you and just basically lie to you. Now, could I be Guns, Knives, and Watches in this video? No, because this is actually important information. One of the problems that I have with the Android operating system and things in general is when you do your software updates, you're only allowed one update within a 24-hour cycle, 24-hour period. To get this phone up to current specifications, it took 3 uploads, which if you were on top of things, you could do in a 48-hour period. But more than likely, it's going to take you 50, 54, whatever hours to do it. That's something you need to be aware of. If your system is telling you, we're check for updates, okay, your current software is up to date. If it tells you that, you're up to date. If it tells you it can check again in a certain number of hours, then you are not up to date. And you need to continue that cycle to get it done. And it's the only way of doing it without getting into the software of the system.